What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to run through my 5 favorite underrated players for the rest of the season. I'm super excited about this one, and before we jump into our player of the day, I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped us get over the 100 like milestone last video. We're so happy with the love and the support for this channel, and if you're enjoying the content, feel free to leave a like. Let's try and reach that 100 like milestone again. Now, let's hop over to our player of the day. In this segment, I will give you a random stat that's associated with the player, and in the comment section below, it is your job to figure out who that player is. The random stat today is, this player has given his team a bunch of power plays, leading the league with 17 penalties drawn. Who is this player? Leave your answers in the comment section below. The first underrated player is Justin Faulk of the St. Louis Blues. Faulk has had a huge resurgence this season, going back to his dominant days when he was the #1 defenseman on Carolina. With the departure of Pietrangelo this season, Faulk appears to be the biggest beneficiary of this move. Faulk is a categories machine, dating back to his time in Carolina, when he had a similar role in the top line and C minutes on the power play. In his final season with Carolina, Faulk had 11 goals, 35 points, 217 shots, 121 blocks, and 150 hits. He struggled in his first season with St. Louis, but was kind of overshadowed by all the other defense options. This season, his minutes have jumped to over 24 per night, and this makes him an extremely intriguing target rest of season given his strong peripherals. So far this year, Faulk has 5 goals and 8 points in 18 games, including a league-leading +17 rating. He's also crushing the categories, recording 47 shots, 20 blocks, and 51 hits. Faulk is also attempting 4.4 shots per game right now, which is a 15% increase from what we saw last season. If he can continue to play huge minutes and put up the peripherals that we've seen so far this season, Faulk can be a hidden gem for your fantasy team. Up next, we have Conor Garland of the Arizona Coyotes. Garland is shaped into an offensive machine for the Coyotes this season, and is going to be one of the most important players if Arizona wants to make a playoff run. In 17 games this season, Garland has 7 goals, 15 points, a +6 rating, and 59 shots. His shot attempts per game are at 6.1 per game right now, and he ranks 8th in the league for shot attempts behind players like Matthews, McDavid, and McKinnon. Garland's on-ice numbers were eye-opening for me. His on-ice Corsi percentage ranks 1st in the league with a minimum of 300 minutes played at 65.5%, a tiny bit ahead of McDavid, who's at 65.1%. Garland also ranks 15th for on-ice goals for percentage at 65.7. When he's on the ice, they have 23 goals for and just 12 against this season. Finally, Garland ranks 3rd in the league for on-ice scoring chances for at 64.4%, behind only McDavid and Matthews. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to imply that Garland is anywhere as good as McDavid and Matthews. I just want to show everyone where he ranks analytically in comparison to the top players. It's evident that whenever Garland's on the ice, the other teams are having a hard time doing really anything. Coming in as the 3rd most underrated player, we have Kevin Fiala of the Minnesota Wild. If you've kept up on my videos, you know my confidence in Fiala is really high. He had one of the most notable second halves last season, other than Zib, but that's a touchy subject right now. In the 19 games after the All-Star break, Fiala went on a tear, scoring 14 goals and 26 points, including 7 power play goals. In that span, he averaged 4.2 shots per game, which is right around the Matthews and McKinnon range. He finished up the season with 3 goals against Vancouver in playoffs and added 41 shot attempts in those 4 games. Fiala had kind of a slow start to begin the 2021 season. With Kaprizov joining the team, he kind of overshadowed Fiala for the first few games. It seems like now Fiala has regained a spot in the top line alongside Joel Eriksson-Ek and Jordan Greenway, who have both been excellent this season. Fiala is also attempting 6.6 shots per game right now, which is right around the range we saw last season during his breakout. His minutes are also up at the 18-minute mark on the top line and the top power play unit. If you guys thought I'd skip over Fiala's on-ice stats, clearly you don't know my love for statistics. Fiala's on-ice Corsi percentage is 62%, his on-ice scoring chances percentage is at a crazy 66%, and finally, the most eye-opening stat is his 72.7% on-ice high-danger chance rate. In the 11 games that Fiala has played in, when he's on the ice, they've produced 56 high-danger chances for and just 21 against. If Fiala can continue to produce chances at this rate, we can expect to see him all over the score sheet moving forward. Up next, we have Vincent Trocheck of the Carolina Hurricanes. In 2017, Trocheck was shaped into the elite player the Panthers were hoping for. In 82 games, he had 31 goals, 75 points, 27 power play points, and 287 shots. But after this phenomenal year, Trocheck had a brutal leg injury that to this day I can't rewatch. He was traded to Carolina last season, and it seemed like he was still lagging behind, scoring just 1 goal in 7 games. Luckily for the Hurricanes, Trocheck has seemed to regain his 2017 form. He's now healthy and is playing at an elite level. So far this season, in 15 games, Trocheck has 9 goals, 15 points, and 8 power play points. To add to that, he also has recorded 45 shots, 11 blocks, and 33 hits. For my viewers who are in leagues that have face-off wins, Trocheck has a 57.5% face-off percentage this season, ranking him near the top of the league. His minutes right now are up to just under 19 minutes per night, skating on the second line and the top power play unit. Speaking of his line, the Trocheck, Necas, Niederreiter line has been great this season. They hold a 2.71 expected goals for per 60 in over 120 minutes of 5-on-5 hockey. Carolina appears to be the top team in their division right now, and opposing teams are having a really difficult time against them. Trocheck has been one of the best players for Carolina, and we can expect his production to continue for the rest of the season. Finally, the last player I want to mention is Trevor Zegras of the Anaheim Ducks. I get this may be a long shot, but we're talking about underrated players here. After the World Juniors hype surrounding Zegras, no one is really talking about him. The 2019 9th overall pick may be the answer for the Ducks' lackluster offense this season. He made a name for himself in the World Juniors, scoring 7 goals and 11 assists in 7 games. Following that, he was assigned to the AHL where he's been lighting it up. In the team's first 8 games, he has 4 goals and 9 points, including 28 shots and a +4 rating. With Anaheim's scoring troubles and zero depth up the middle, Zegras is going to jump right into a top 6 role and could make a case to play on the team's top power play unit. At the time of this video, Zegras has officially been called up and is skating on the second line and the second power play unit. The best prospect in hockey is now at the NHL level, and all eyes will be on him this week. That'll do it for our most underrated players video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, click the link in our description and join our Discord. The Fantasy Puck community is growing, and we want all of you to be part of it. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.